1.09 Sketchbook 30 points. Sketchbook. In this assignment, you will add a slideshow of images to your portfolio to generate creative ideas for future visual design projects. Project instructions. When an artist keeps a sketchbook, it is not the same as a portfolio of his finished work, but rather an idea book of sketches and doodles that might someday graduate from sketchbook ideas to works in progress to things to show off in an artist's portfolio. Set up the slideshow and sketchbook. Search for Docs on Google, and in a skip and a hop you'll be inside the Google Docs. In the top left you can create new and choose from a variety of types of documents. This is the first Google Docs presentation you'll do for DI Media, but it's not the last. Go ahead and take the time to familiarize yourself with the controls now. You'll make a presentation of 10 plus pages, with each page having just one image and its URL. Gathering images. As you look for images, try for a variety of styles and don't gather any images you wouldn't want to try and recreate or use in your own original creations. With each image that you snag from the internet, either by right-clicking and saving to the desktop or by screen capturing, you'll need to keep track of the URL where you got it from. You can't just use other people's work without giving them credit. Later on, we'll show you appropriate ways to give credit where credit is due. A note about copyright. Since everything we do in digital and interactive media is transformative and for educational purposes, we are well into the safe domain of fair use violations of copyright. We do not need to obtain permission before copying and rebroadcasting pictures, sounds, and video while we are covered by fair use. However, outside the context of DI Media, you need to be very aware that unauthorized copying or public broadcasting of others' intellectual property is governed by applicable laws. Need more info on copyright and fair use? Bored with Google Images? Try a Flickr search via Tag Galaxy. Learning resources. Where will I learn how to do this? Below are 2 example sketchbooks. Do you think they'll be able to recreate, emulate, copycat some of those designs? Google Docs permissions. Your sketchbook will be on a Google Doc presentation that you make public to the world. You'll need to adjust sharing settings at the top. If you don't change it from private only to me to public to the world, then when you submit the assignment, I won't be able to see your work and give you points. When you create a Google presentation for someone else to view, you always have to fiddle with the sharing and permission settings. You can share viewing rights to the whole world with a click or two, but until you do, I see a screen like this. It says Google Docs, you need permission to access this item, you are signed in as edtech2020@gmail.com, but you don't have permission to access this item. You can request access from the owner or sign in as a different user. Embedding a slideshow. Be sure to set the proper sharing and permissions on any Google Doc. That's the share in the top right and then the public on the web. From there you have 2 options for how to get it embedded in your portfolio. My advice, do it the hard way first, and in future projects just do it the easy way. The hard way. On your slideshow, go to File, Publish to the Web. Grab the embed code and paste it into your Google site in HTML mode. The easy way? Go directly to Google Sites and choose Insert. Find Presentation and then select the Google presentation you have been working on. Project Checklist. Rubric. Find an image or design idea that you want to emulate. Capture a portion or all of the image. Make sure you know where the file is captured to, the desktop, downloads. Note the URL location of your image. Paste it under or next to the picture so you can give credit later when you use it in your creative designs. Put 10 plus images in a Google Doc presentation. Insert it into a sketchbook page in your website and add submission to give me the URL. Turn in instructions. Choose Add Submission below to submit the assignment. Usually this means supplying a clickable URL link to a specific page on your portfolio where we'll find evidence that you've accomplished every checkpoint in the assignment rubric above.